we just wanted to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. That was it.
Oh,
And
and Deadpool and Wolverine too.
Wolverine and
And
Deadpool.
Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah. And let's not forget Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, and did we mention Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't know.
Did we mention Ryan
No,
Reynolds
I
and
don't
Hugh
think we
Jackman?
have mentioned.
Oh, yeah, those
Deadpool
guys too.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or well,
And the guy with
Wade
the claw
Wilson.
and the guy with the sword.
The katanas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Wade Wilson and Logan.
Oh, that red and black guy, and then the yellow and black guy.
And
Oh, yeah.
James Howlett.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Nerd Archive Podcast, Hurricane Edition. Three of us are in the middle of a hurricane. Somehow we have power, internet, and everything else. I say that
For now.
Go out. That's the only thing it's gonna be for this the episode, just the intro. And
And
Scotty is in Michigan. He has no hurricane right now.
Safe and sound.
Dude, I was gonna say, there's a hurricane. You know what? Let's skip the episode and just whatever. But we got major news yesterday about the MCU, and we saw a clip from Mr. Ryan Reynolds,
Oh, yeah.
and they gave us not only Deadpool, but they're gonna give us Wolverine with Hugh
And-
Jackman.
Yeah, I was going to say, not just any Wolverine,
The Wolverine.
Yeah.
the only
Wolverine.
Wolverine at this point.
just when we thought we were never gonna see him, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the director of Logan says that he's cool with him showing up as Wolverine again. He's not bitter about it at all.
And they did touch just a bit in that latest video that they put out.
I love how he was sitting in the toilet dressed up as Wolverine. I don't know if you caught that, but which is why when I posted that TikTok, when I'm talking about how Dick came out and it was a green screen with the trailer behind me, I started a video coming out of the bathroom because it just seemed fitting. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta come out acting like smells in there, and like it hit me, and I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I gotta talk about this. So it was funny. I thought it was funny. I mean, it's at almost 1,000 views right now, so it's the fastest TikTok that has reached that amount of views. So I'm very excited for that. So hopefully this one's the one that I break the internet with.
Maybe. I mean, everybody's going nuts over this announcement, so it makes
This is
sense.
gonna have nuts in it.
Nice.
All I have to say is, like I was saying before we started, am I excited about everything else the MCU is doing? Of course. Do I care about them right now? No. Because those are my two top favorite superheroes, and they've been teasing us with this for years.
Yes, they have.
Especially Ryan Reynolds with those videos of like birthday videos, and Hugh Jackman shows up, and he doesn't call him Hugh, he calls him Wolvie, like every single video. So
well, I mean, you would expect it because Ryan Reynolds is a giant fucking troll, and we love him for it.
Oh yeah, man, maybe one day we can interview him. Yo, Ryan Reynolds, if
Ooh.
you're listening,
Yes. Do it.
Listen,
Do it.
Stop. Ryan Reynolds. This is gonna go on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'm gonna tag you. So you're formally invited to be a guest on the Nerd Archive Podcast.
Do it.
It's a huge favor. It's gonna be a huge favor.
A huge favor.
coming hewn.
Man, no, I don't even know what else. It's just I'm just excited. I have no words. I have no words, and that's not the right thing for a podcast. I'm having no
That's
words.
the end of the podcast. Thank you for watching.
All
Don't
right,
forget
thank you for watching.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
Do you guys catch the song in the latest one of the videos? Like the song that they were playing, it was like, and I will always love you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That was genius.
Yeah, it's that's the thing about Deadpool. Okay, this is gonna be an episode about Deadpool. It is what it is. Deadpool has the movies. They have the most random soundtrack
They're
because
good,
it's
though.
not like it's focused on one era.
Mhm.
It's just whatever fits for that scene.
Also for movies, because didn't Celine Dion do the song "Ashes to Ashes" because of Infinity War,
Yeah.
already including the other movies
Yes.
and the
So.
Bond style
Mm-hmm. It was. They.
song?
Jesus. Everything they do is on purpose. And the best part is that this wasn't part of the MCU, but the movie fit perfectly in the MCU because everything that they did was like meticulously thought out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Funny story. My now 8-year-old, because now I gotta get used to calling her an 8-year-old. That's one of her favorite movies, the first Deadpool.
Super appropriate for an 8-year-old.
No, for sure.
I was about to say.
Hey, it's an
Super appropriate.
education piece. It's educational moment. You
I'm
don't
not
say
judging
these
or
words.
anything.
No, you don't say these words that they're
Don't
saying.
repeat anything this movie says or do.
Right.
Or do
Anything
anything
they
that
do.
they're doing.
And guns, well, are not okay. Well, they
You
are
also don't
to
fall
protect
asleep on
yourself.
a. Don't fall asleep on top of oil and light up a cigarette and let it fall inside
Or
the
don't
oil.
smoke cigarettes.
Also, don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Yep.
Just
Yeah.
guy that.
Funnily enough, he also has isn't it like a Wolverine timer or something during that scene?
It's a clock
It's a clock. Yeah.
because it's not even a clock. No, it's a figurine that turns.
That's why I thought it was a timer because it.
He says he not only they rated his movie R, but he topped it off by the motherfucker dying at the end.
Yeah.
and the figurine turning, it's him on like stabbed with a tree branch.
You should have known.
Yeah, you should. Oh, well, the movie came out after the Wolverine movie.
Right.
No, sorry, before that.
Yeah, but they kind of know, don't they? Kind of.
It was the same studio.
Right.
What? Why are you confused? The movie
not.
was already out. Everyone had seen it.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Literally, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, here we go. Where's my popcorn?
Listen, we've been together for the past 3 days. It's about time.
For those ASMR. That was a Butterfinger wrapper.
Yeah, I know what tattoo I'm gonna get next.
What is Deadpool?
Wolverine claws and Deadpool.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, just like the 2 claws like that, and then Deadpool in a heart.
Actually, you know, it'd be a good.
Deadpool.
Yeah, you know, what would be a very good tattoo. That picture that I posted on Facebook with. It's a part of the comic book where,
stabbing.
Right,
like one
Wolverine's
stabbing.
dying Deadpool, and Deadpool has his gun on his head.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you get a chance, please send me a screenshot of that because I still don't have Facebook.
What? I should have known that.
Yeah.
Throw it up on Discord.
Please.
I will. So there was something else I wanted to talk about today, but Deadpool came
Deadpool.
out. Yeah.
And Wolverine.
The pool of death. Pause.
By the way, can you guys hear like the rain from the window that's I'm right next to?
Now with your mic.
Oh,
Nope.
nice.
You can't even
Nice.
hear me.
Yeah.
So that's
I can
your
only hear
mic
the
now?
rain coming from outside my window.
It's not my mic. Also, same. It's my mic for tonight, and then after this is done, I have to give it back.
I wish that
Yes.
Sarah was hearing me, and then she's like,
Yeah.
that's my mic that I haven't used.
Yeah.
She has not. She has
I
not
know.
used it.
Oh, AT&T texted me.
Yeah, the same text that I got.
The hurricane is coming.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. That was
Oh, that's pretty cool.
they said that if you're an AT&T customer and you don't have
It's not for
yeah.
you guys. It's for the viewers.
if you
Yeah, but still.
if you don't have the unlimited
Sorry, John.
talk, data, or text, that they won't charge you for any overages because of or for the next couple of days
Mm.
to make sure you stay safe. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right, so what is your theory on this movie?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna touch. I mean, he already made a little bit of joke on the Weapon X thing in one of the movies. But that fight between Wolverine and I think they should reference it more and just make fun of it. Maybe for like 5 minutes, at least.
Oh, they're going to. They're going to. But honestly, as far as theories are concerned, it's difficult, especially when it comes to the Deadpool movies, because they're so fucking unpredictable.
Yeah.
Right.
This is where our imagination can come and play with us.
In the meantime, I'm hoping that they bring more than just Wolverine. Love Wolverine, don't get me wrong. But they always tease the X-Men. And in the Deadpool 2, they did show a couple of the X-Men. So I'm hoping that they bring
Fuck the
bring
X-Men.
them for
Wolverine and
a bit
Deadpool just
longer.
having fun,
Shut
killing
up.
people.
I mean, they can. Honestly, they will. They'll bring others.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
no
sure they're
doubt.
gonna, at least
Those are
the
my
ones that have
favorite.
already been there,
Yeah.
Right.
more likely will show again.
Yeah.
Now that they have the right for a lot more of the things, then yeah, they're gonna, and maybe the budget now is bigger because he's always talking
Yeah.
about the budget of the movie. So
Significantly.
And he's probably gonna start up with that. This is gonna have a lot more things because Disney can afford more.
So that being said, quick question, because we have Quicksilver in the X-Men movies and they show him in Deadpool 2, but then they also show him in the WandaVision show. So do we think Quicksilver is going to be showing up in the X-Men?
Listen,
And are they going to reference it because
listen,
of
that whole cameo,
Wanda?
that whole cameo was just for fun. It has nothing.
Fan service.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the storyline.
Right,
because,
I understand that.
Right, but what I'm saying is, the timeline where Deadpool takes place and the X-Men that they chose, they're a completely different time because those were the actors that play them in the 80s. And Deadpool is
That's
in
very
present
true.
time.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I forgot about that.
right. So that was just because they were always talking about how there was never X-Men. It was only the two of them. That was it. It was a joke. I don't expect that. I see it that way because I don't expect anything else.
No, I think
I'm so confused.
that smile that was forming on his face. It's like, is somebody gonna talk? There's too much silence. Way too much.
I just needed a second. It's set in 2018. And even though they're the characters from the 80s, they're still there in 2018.
No, they're not.
In Deadpool 2? Yes, they are.
Yeah, but not
In the mansion,
looking
when
like
he
they're in
opens
the
the door,
80s.
it's like, is there any more
Yes,
X-Men
I
around
completely
here?
understand, but they
Right.
are
But
they
they did that for fan service though.
they don't look like they're that age. If they were in the 80s, they wouldn't look.
Got it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
In 2018, Xavier would look, I don't know, like Sir
Older
Patrick
and
Stewart.
balder.
Why? Wait. Why are we the ones under the hurricane and Yadiel's wearing the
Yeah, what the
raincoat?
fuck, Danielle?
Not a raincoat.
Consistency.
From here it looks like it. Yeah, he looked like one of those weather men outside.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold.
It's raining outside.
It just looks rounder because of the headset.
As long as it doesn't point up, we're good.
Mm.
Right. Still, it's blue.
Right.
Is a Reaper thing.
There you go.
Hey.
So,
No, but I figure they're
ahead.
they're gonna have those characters probably make an appearance again at some point. I mean, because I'm almost sure that the report that they're still under contract with 20th Century Studios is still a thing. So we'll probably see them, and I got a feeling that they're at some point going to make another X-Men movie with those actors.
So,
Called Mutants.
going to touching on Paula's theory. Deadpool 2 ended with Deadpool going back in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And in his time, Wolverine is already dead because of he referenced the fact that Wolverine died, even though he was talking about his movie, and he referenced it as a movie, but they could say in his timeline that he's dead, but because he's going back in time and he saved himself from being Green Lantern by killing him, but he can go back in time and get stuck in that time, and that be the storyline.
Yeah.
Could be.
Remember we were talking a couple of episodes ago about Black Panther and theories, and I had said I hope they bring Storm in because she is a pivotal part in the Wakandan history.
Yep.
That's one X-Men. Now we have another one.
Well, we also have in
Namor
the first
is also an X-Men.
a mutant.
Yeah.
Well, mutant, yes.
Yeah.
In Ms. Marvel.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, in the first Wolverine, they go to get adamantium or vibranium, and they go to Wakanda.
Do they actually go into Wakanda? And this is a genuine question because I never understood that. Do they actually go into Wakanda, or do they go into the cities surrounding?
They
Wakanda?
can't. Well, it was probably the cities around it, but they can't. They couldn't reference Wakanda because it wasn't part of their contract. They didn't have the rights for that. But the fact that they went to Africa to find a metal that came from a meteor.
Yeah.
It's just they call it in the X-Men timelines, even in the comic books, a different name. It could be the same metal. It's just someone that found it on one side calls it one thing, and someone that found it in the other side calls it something else.
Pretty much. But in the movie, they didn't even say what the place was. They just called it. It was just a small village far inland from here, and that was it.
Well, they did just say that was in Africa, because when they're arriving, the name pops up on the screen, like small, but it shows up.
Right. No, yeah, we knew what continent they were on, but they just never said any. They never referenced any name of the village. It was just a small village, and that was it.
Makes total sense.
Hey everyone, it's Dane from Big Beautiful Diz. If you're not familiar with my channel already, I do videos about theme parks, historical videos, interviews with people from the theme park community or people that have worked in or with a theme park. I give my opinions, plus I review the latest Disney, Marvel, or Pixar movie. So head over to youtube.com/c/bigbeautifuldiz and hit that red subscribe button. I'll see you over there, everyone.
All right, nerds, you've been listening to the Nerd Archive podcast. Make sure you find us on all social media, link in the episode's description. You can listen to us on most podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. Now let's get back to the episode.
Completely side story. For those that have been watching this show for a while, may notice that my headphones are different. There's a reason for that. These are old headphones that I had. They are wired. The reason for that is because my headphones that I have, they're the Xbox headphones. And even though I don't use the mic, I was moving it out of the way and it snapped.
Oh.
But it not only is snapped, but because it has cables going through it, it hangs.
Damn.
So every time I move, it hit me in the face. I'm like, what the hell is this? So actually, they're right here. Wait.
Count.
Oh, that sucks. That
Can you finish
sucks.
popping it off?
There's cables going through it. I might have to cut the cables.
I was gonna say cut the damn things.
Yeah. I might
Well,
just do
good
that.
thing that you're looking at something new.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah
You
already
just have
told
to
me. Well,
suffer.
I'm glad that those came out at the right time. Like, those came out after they broke. It's not like I broke them just because I had an excuse.
I want new ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll cut them off and because she doesn't need the mic, she can probably use them if she wants to, right, babe? She's not listening.
Every time there's on TV, she's not going to listen to anything you're saying right now.
Yeah, I know. So let's stay on Marvel. Are you guys all caught up with She-Hulk?
No.
What was the last episode?
Let me see, because I think I might be.
Well, we're on. I think episode 6 comes out this week.
Oh, it came out.
Episode 6?
Give me a minute.
Comes out tomorrow.
I haven't seen the last one yet. I started to, and then I got sidetracked.
Well, the good thing is that I'm not spoiling anything. Daredevil's not out yet. He might be.
I did ask you that. Yeah.
He might be on.
Here we go.
Last episode.
I heard that he's going to be in the last 3. So 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, they're on episode 6 right now, so episode 7 should be coming out tomorrow. And
so that means that he might be coming in.
It
was
could
a new
be,
ad
yes,
today.
because while everything so far has been relatively underwhelming, it seems like it's finally starting to take a turn. So wait and see.
Right.
And no post-credit scenes on most of them. At least the last 2. There's no
post-credit scenes were part of the episodes.
Right. I'm saying after it ended, they always play a little bit something and they kind of stopped.
Right.
Hopefully
I think they
start
don't want
back
to
up.
give something away.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because they just came out with a new, a trailer for whatever's coming next. And there's this Sorrow looking guy. I forgot the name of it. And there is the Abomination. Abomination is also
he's gonna be in this episode.
Well, he was in this ad with 2 other people, and one was like a bull kind of looking guy, a minotaur or whatever.
Was he from the?
I don't know
think
who they are because I
he's
didn't pay much attention.
a wizard. Because
Who?
I think he shows up the Minotaur.
The Minotaur?
guy.
He does look like Zorro.
You say you looked at it. It's a colorful Zorro.
Oh no,
Oh,
no, he's not.
gee.
The Minotaur. No, he's not in. I thought it was the one of
El
the.
Águila.
El Águila.
Oh,
It's definitely Hispanic, but
Manbull and El Águila.
Manbull. There you go. Stupid name.
That's so funny.
I
He looks
can't.
like a cheap version. He looks like a luchador, but like El Zorro at the same time.
Yeah.
I can't.
They made a joke in the thing where he was like talking about him. He's saying like, "I'm not a matador," because that will be something as a bull.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Don't be scared. I'm not a matador.
But they know it's weird because they started a thing with them fighting and then they know each other. I don't know. You gotta watch it.
work with him.
No, like, they just start talking like they were friends and they were friends and fighting because of something stupid. But I didn't pay much attention because I was like, "Is this real?" But then I saw She-Hulk there talking, so
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
She-Hulk, the show itself, is going that route anyways.
yeah.
So
Just bringing random stuff without actually explaining much.
right.
Because it wasn't Johnny Blaze. What was what was the name of that?
Donnie
Like
Blaze.
Donnie Blaze.
Donnie Blaze, and we were all thinking that this is Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And until the end of the episode, I was like, "Wait, she's not. He's not Johnny Blaze. Who the
Right.
Who
I
is this
thought
guy?"
that they were gonna bring him anyways, because Madison was talking about making a deal and having to sign with blood, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, because that's how Ghost Riders get made into the Ghost Rider.
Mm.
Right. So I think that's their way of introducing
Using it.
Yeah.
That the goat.
Right.
They mentioned a goat.
But
Yeah.
I also think that it might be a way of introducing Mephisto because he what's her name?
Madison?
Yeah, when she comes back, she gets too close to Wong.
Wongers.
Yeah, yeah.
Froyo.
That was
Yeah,
that was
that was
definitely kind of funny.
that was something else. But
I love that
Mephisto,
friendship. It's so cute.
yeah, Mephisto is always his main plot is whoever the what's it called? What Wong
Supreme
is?
leader.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme. It sounds like a Taco Bell order. Can I get a Sorcerer Supreme, please? So, I think that Mephisto is always fighting against whoever the Sorcerer Supreme is. So I think that might be, and they've been hinting on Mephisto for a while, especially if they're gonna do a Wanda or Scarlet Witch movie. He is a big part of her comic books. So
So it would make sense to
Question.
have him a part of that.
right,
Yeah.
and even if he doesn't show up, the fact that they're hinting him, because that's the dimension that Madison goes to is hell. It's just and that's the way that they explain it. It's like you said, Lola, that they explain as hell as being a different dimension.
Right. And they did that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too.
Right. That's when you brought it up.
Yeah. Is She-Hulk set before or after Multiverse of Madness?
I think it's after because
Yeah,
Wong
it's definitely
references the fact that you can't forget.
But we talked about this and we were
Yeah.
confused
Mhm.
still. So
Right. Yeah, I think it's after.
because this is at the same time as Shang-Chi, because that's when
Right.
this guy
Oh, we did talk
disappears.
about this.
The
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abomination.
Abomination
Yeah.
disappears out of the prison, whatever. So
Yeah.
but we don't know when Shang-Chi. There's nothing else to reference Shang-Chi besides this agent. What's her name? I forgot her name. But and well, they're mixing all these things because this is when that they is this what? No, I'm so confused with everything. So
I love
I was
your
mixing.
whole sentence.
I was basically mixing Black Widow with that. So because I
Well,
was
this
thinking
So
of when this I forgot her name, but she's recruiting people and
For the Thunderbolts.
exactly, yeah.
Oh yeah. This whole
um
multiverse thing though is just gets a
Fucking with
bit
us.
confusing, especially around certain franchises and where they fall into place, like into the timeline. More specifically with Shang-Chi, it's like, okay, you know, where, like, seriously, where the
'Cause they
fuck
don't
does this
reference
even
anything.
take place? Right.
So the internet says that She-Hulk is set before Miss Marvel and after Moon Knight. And since Moon Knight takes place early 2025, that means She-Hulk does too. And that Jessica Gao confirmed this nothing in an interview with the Direct. The show is a few years after Endgame. And then somebody said summer 2024. Same time as a few other Phase 4 projects. Black Widow mostly predates the events of Phase 4, as everything other than the post-credit scene takes place during Captain America Civil War.
Gotcha. Yeah, and also Yelena shows up in Hawkeye,
Yeah.
and that's after Black Widow.
Yeah.
That's the only timeline that we have. Everything else, although Hawkeye and No Way Home are around the same timeline or time frame,
So,
because
okay.
Hawkeye is Christmas, and at the end of No Way Home, we see Spider-Man swinging in New York
Swinging.
City during Christmas.
So Shang-Chi takes place after The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that's a couple, like 5 or 6 months after Endgame. So I can't give you a straight answer on where it falls, because some people are saying it falls a couple years after Endgame. But if Shang-Chi is happening at the same time as She-Hulk, and Shang-Chi's right after The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, then it's just a couple months difference,
Right.
not years.
So the point is, we don't know when She-Hulk is happening.
Yeah, there's no clear answer on when the fuck that's happening.
It's so fucking convoluted.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing we
the
know
fun
is
part about all
after
this.
Endgame,
Right.
Yeah.
which is all we need to know, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like this. I saw a video of this comedian. He said, the way that my father used to be is like, if he was walking out the door and you asked him, where are you going? His dad would say, didn't I tell you? And you're like, no. And then the father would say, it's because it's not your fucking business. So that's how I feel how Marvel is. Didn't I tell you when this takes place? Because it's not your fucking business. We're just doing it. Just don't fucking worry about it.
It'll matter when it matters, and that's it, I suppose.
Like,
Yeah,
all you need to know.
When everything is
One
done,
day,
Yeah,
when
like,
we're
all you
90 years old, we will know
this
all
is how
the
we're
history.
gonna do it. This is how we're gonna do it. Once we're pretty much done with everything, we're gonna put everything on Disney Plus, and we're gonna put it in order, and you'll know where everything falls.
all you need to know at this point is
Maybe.
we have a plan,
Maybe.
and it doesn't involve you. So sit there, shut up, and enjoy
And
this.
just watch.
And
Yep.
if you want to watch it, you got to pay for Disney Plus Plus.
Yes. And watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, that's a given. I mean,
I don't care how bad the movie is. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to go see it, and I'm going to buy it as soon as it comes out.
oh yeah,
You're going to buy it.
Yep.
in a CD, you're gonna buy it digital, you're gonna buy it all, right?
4K.
The PSP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, PSP
PSP.
on Steam.
Wouldn't that be some shit? No, yeah. The second the PSP, no, yeah. The second it drops on digital on the Windows Store, I've got it. Like literally.
It's hilarious how I was wearing my Deadpool shirt yesterday under my work shirt, and then I start seeing the internet going crazy. I'm like, what's happening? And when I see it, I'm like, at first it started with Chris Yob sending something on our Discord, and if you want to keep us updated, make sure that you join our Discord and help us out. The links in the description down below.
Hell yeah.
And so I immediately go online and see if it's true. And the first thing I see is GameSpot and IGN back to back on Twitter. And I'm like, oh,
Yep.
it's real. And then I get home and I took my work shirt off and I look down and I'm like, oh, it was meant to be.
Nice.
And you said it comes out on your birthday, right?
Dad, it does.
And if it doesn't get pushed back, you know how everything
It
is.
better fucking not.
Yeah, no, dude. We have starting in May. Every 2 months we have a Marvel movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about that.
Yes. And that it starts May, then July, September, and then November. That's going to be a busy couple months.
Yep.
Because I can only imagine what's going to be on Disney Plus during that time too.
Oh yeah.
We might still be watching Daredevil because it's 4 months of every week watching episodes.
No, I think so. When was that supposed to start? Yep.
It's supposed to come out spring 2024.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So yeah,
I should have known. I posted.
So that sounds like March or April. So that'll be just finishing up by the time Deadpool comes out.
right. Real quick. I just saw online that Coolio has passed away.
R.I.P.
Wow.
Yeah. They just released a statement. Rapper Coolio dies at 59.
What is happening? I
They're-
can hear
Jeez.
some screaming in the background.
Someone coughing.
Oh.
And then CNN, NBC News, TMZ, Deadline. That's a terrible name for a news article.
And we're
Little
gonna
bit.
hear Gangsta's Paradise all over the place.
Yeah, Coolio, legendary rapper behind Gangsta's Paradise, that at 59. A moment of silence for Coolio. All right.
Yep.
Well, like
Any more
I
content
hope
for
that the at least going back to Deadpool and Wolverine, I just hope
Yeah.
that they bring a lot of the stuff from the comics, like showing a lot of history,
in
because
between
there
them.
is a lot of there's a lot of history between them. So it would be cool if they show like a bunch of flashbacks, and it would just be a fan. Like this is just gonna be for the fans, you know, like the fans
Right.
that have always follow it. If they show a bunch of things from the comics, they are going to do good, and people are going
Oh,
to
yeah.
criticize it because they might not understand it because they never saw or read the comics.
Right. I'm completely with you on that. I think that it's a way of bringing Deadpool into the MCU.
Mm.
The best way possible.
Yeah.
With Wolverine.
Yeah, because I don't think that Hugh Jackman is going to be Wolverine any longer after this, because in the teaser trailer we hear Ryan Reynolds saying to Hugh Jackman, "Hey, Hughie, Do you want to play Wolverine one more time? So he makes
Yeah,
it a
sure.
point. He makes it a point
This
to say
could be-
one more time.
Yeah, this could very well be a one and done for him.
Right. Which it's fine, completely fine. Maybe they'll
Oh, yeah.
introduce a younger version of himself that looks different
In
and
the
then,
movie, right?
right, and then that's how they're
Yeah.
going to. Or remember that we
Ooh,
talked
that's a good
about
idea.
how they might bring X-23 into the mix with
Lola.
with
Lola.
right
Mm.
with Hugh Jackman. Just show him introduce or show them side by side.
This
That way
is the way.
right.
Well, I guess they'll have to go into the future to do that because she was right at the end when he died.
Right.
I'm sure they'll think about it.
Yeah,
They're
there's
not
they'll
going to be
figure it out.
something in this theory that I was looking for, that I was trying to find. The person said that one way that they should start the movie is with Deadpool showing up at Wolverine's graveyard or grave in the woods and somehow bringing him back, and Wolverine being pissed off because he just wanted to die, and now they have to go on adventures together.
Oh yeah,
Well, like
I saw that
they,
So
meme.
cool though.
they did say in the video that they're not gonna mess with that. Like they say that that when he died, that's it. Like he's dead. They're gonna go in the before that.
They're not going to mess with that timeline.
No,
So they're basically just making this its own self-contained little thing.
right? Like
It would sound
before
like.
all that happened. Yeah,
Gotcha.
because at
That
least in that movie in Logan, they did make him look older.
Mhm.
So it would make sense that he will look the way that Hugh Jackman looks now, a little bit younger.
Right. I think that's why Hugh Jackman hasn't been doing anything. He's probably been training.
Getting jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting jacked, man.
5 out of 10.
Hey, still better than 0.
Yeah. That's...
No, there's many things that they can say and do with this movie. Because he did save Vanessa in Deadpool 2 when he goes back. So
Yep.
they can bring her back.
And change a bunch of things in the past.
Yeah.
Did they mention anything about Weapon X program in the previous Deadpool movies?
Mm-mm.
So maybe they're going to talk a lot more now about that everything is now in one franchise.
The Weapon X, he was Weapon X.
Yeah, well, no, the Weapon X was the name of the program.
Right.
So there's a lot of history in the comics about that.
Right.
So they might fix what they fuck up before.
One thing that they can do if they don't introduce Doom here is they can introduce him there as to talk about how he could be one of those scientists that was behind the Weapon X program. Just to introduce him and not even give him backstory, just mention him.
Or like a post-credit scene.
That
In the
too.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe just one of the scientists.
One thing I do hope to see is actually Wolverine in his costume.
Yes.
Because they have Deadpool's costume like legit, in it. And I'm hoping they're gonna bring something of it. If it's not the mask,
they
gotta bring something.
Well, I mean, considering they did tease it in the Wolverine,
in the alternate ending.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they go right after that.
I think here's how they can play this out, because you know how Deadpool likes to break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Wolverine's gonna dress up somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and Deadpool's gonna be like, "No yellow suit. I brought it with me." I thought you wanted it. And maybe he'll talk about how the. Well, remember there was at that ending of one of your movies. Because that's the beauty of Deadpool, that they can say things that we're thinking and still say them.
There's so much things to read about, the history between them, that I'm just lost in it. Because I want to keep reading more about it. So,
do you guys have anything else other than Deadpool and Wolverine?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
I mean, what else is there at this point?
Nothing.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nothing. All right. So, with that being said, this one was a shorter episode. We just wanted to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. That was it.
And Deadpool and Wolverine too.
And Wolverine and Deadpool.
Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah. And let's not forget Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, and did we mention Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't know.
Did we mention Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman?
We have mentioned.
Oh yeah, those guys too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
and the guy with
Wade
the claw
Wilson.
and the guy with the sword.
Katanas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Wade Wilson and Logan.
Oh, that red and black guy, and then the yellow and black guy.
And James Howlett. Forgot James Howlett.
There you go. But the guy who doesn't talk a lot and the one that never shuts up.
Yeah.
Or Jimmy.
Best friends forever.
Jimmy.
They need, if they bring back Sabretooth or Victor Creed, the same actor,
Liev Schreiber.
that would be perfect, because he's
so...
one of my favorite characters just because of him. Because the one in X-Men was, it was comic book accurate. Let's say that.
Yes.
But
did not say a thing.
By appearance, yes. But come on, like that was ridiculous. Liev Schreiber was, I mean, he fucking killed it in X-Men Origins.
Wasn't Sabretooth, I don't think it was, but he looked a lot like Triple H.
I don't think it was.
Edge.
No, it wasn't Edge.
No, he looked like it, but it wasn't him.
Yes, and to me, he looked a lot like Triple H because he was massive. He had to be, obviously, because that's who Sabretooth is. But with that being
they
said,
bring the other actor too.
Right.
He didn't look the same.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Make sure you join or follow us on all social media, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. I keep forgetting. All right.
Yes.
And don't forget to join our Discord, and not only to join and talk to people just like you, but just to have fun. And we're going to have a new segment that we don't have the details yet, but we want you to be part of our segment. So make sure you join our Discord and you are able to participate in our podcast. So the link is down below. You guys are fantastic. Again, my name is Louis. With us was Yadi, Justin, and Lola. Thank you again. This was the Nerd Archive. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.